400 gas, and only a handful of units. But he has 3 gateways and a robotics facility. He should be spending that money, and here he is, he's getting more gateways, so that's good. He'll be able to spend that money in the future now. And here it is, the backyard rocks being taken out by the ranged attacks. Oh, and even Juicebox's macro is slipping as well. 1300 minerals, 400 gas. Both players, if either of them were able to macro a little bit more effectively, they'd really easily be able to push forward and win. We already have a Colossus here in the back that'll make short work of these Zerglings, if he does anything with it. There it goes. But he is kind of in a tough spot right now. If the Zergling split his forces, it'd be really hard for Lockehaven to hold both sides. I guess he has the center here to block off the ramp, so he doesn't have to worry too much about the front of his base being attacked until we get to a higher tech. So there's a spire coming down now from Juicebox, and there it is. So once that happens, then he can't rely on this choke point protecting him anymore. Presumably he's just going to go Mutalisk. And he can't defend this anymore because he's just wide open. His base has no defense in the mineral line on either side. 1 photon cannon. We'll be able to hold off Mutalisks for a while, but once you get past a critical amount, it's just not going to do much. And all the while, both players' main bases are running low on minerals. Not so bad for Juicebox, but it's getting worse for Lockehaven because he's able to macro up earlier in the game. But they both have to think about the long game. They have to get more expansions up. They both can afford it. They just need to start spending their money better too. Got 6 warp gates. All of their cooldowns are up. He can be spamming out 6 immortals or 6 zealots, 6 stalkers. He has enough minerals and gas for either. But he's just doing nothing right now. There they come. But he has to spend that money because it's just going to waste sitting in the bank. But one of the good things that Lockehaven is doing is he's getting some upgrades. He already has 1 attack and 1 armor. So as he pushes forward, he's going to be able to clean up much quicker, and his units will be able to survive a little bit longer with that armor. Oh, and on the other hand, Juicebox has also been doing the upgrades. I missed it, but he has ranged and armor upgrades. He doesn't have the melee, so he's probably, since he only has 1 armor and no attack, he's probably not thinking to do Ultralisks anytime soon. But he might try to push out with some ranged Hydralisk Roach aggression. He probably doesn't even need the Zerglings in there. A few of them are, I guess, good to get a nice round in the front. I'm not sure if I agree with this decision to break down the back row rocks. There's no reason to do this unless he's trying to take this expansion. And he might as well take the center one. It gives him more map control to have a base right in the center of the map, have creep all the way there. But I guess it might be easier for him to defend back here. A small ramp to defend his entire backside. He really hasn't seen his opponent going for any air, so he doesn't have to worry about that. He just has to block up the ramp. So maybe that's what's going through his mind right now. But either way, both players need to spend their money. They need to expand if they want to be able to hold the long term. He's just not using his warp gates right now. And he's also a supply blocker generally. And Juicebox is going to be in a strong position. These Corruptors are very strong against air. They do 20 damage per attack, and they're very tanky. They have lots of health, and they have 2 armor. So once you get these Corruptors up here, they're really hard to take down with just Stalkers alone. So those Colossus are going to be in trouble when that happens. The trick, though, is that he doesn't want to get too many Corruptors. He wants to get enough so that he can take down the Colossus. But once the Colossus are down, if they have nothing left to attack, they can just throw it on the Corruptor board, and that's it. So he's going to want to be really careful as he pushes out with his army, keeping a good balance. And the whole time, he can see that his opponent, well, he must have just lost it, but he had an observer, so his opponent saw the Corruptors. He knows what he's up against. He might try to just... he's still getting Colossus. He might try to stop getting Colossus after all these Corruptors are out and go for something else. He could go for some AoE attacks from High Templar, or he could maybe go for Mass Stalkers with Blink or Zealot Legs. There's a lot of options that he could go, but he's just sitting on his backside right now and not doing anything. Seeing ground carapace level 2 for the Zerglings and level 2 armor or level 2 attack for the Protons as well. Both players need to. I guess he's doing better about his money. He's down to 500 now. On the Zerg side, he has way too much money. He needs to start injecting larvae. He needs to make these larvae into things to attack with, or even drone up. But he has way too many drones, I guess, right now for his current number of bases. So he has to wait for this base to get down. He should start transferring the workers now, in fact. But he has to keep droning up and keep using his drones. Keep injecting up and using his larvae, is what I mean to say. But now we're looking at a attack to be carried out soon. But But again, you have a little choke here, and not much you can do about that yet. Not with this army. Yeah, it's really important when Lockehaven expands that he gets his pylon down, because if he wants to be able to reinforce quickly into an encounter, he needs to be able to warp in units right away. And the forward pylon's great for doing that. Okay, so now he's being attacked. He's trying to deal with this. Ooh. He didn't have anything blocking the ramp, blocking the entrance, so units were able to just run right by. Oh no, and these Colossus are way out of position. They're not going to stand a chance against the Disruptors. There's nothing here to defend the Colossus at all. This isn't looking good. Lockehaven just needs some way to defend. He has attacks coming on multiple sides. He's getting some free kills, I guess, from Juicebox, but all the while, Juicebox is pulling out the expansion and all the workers up here. It's going to really take a hit to his economy because of this. And that Colossus dies instantly as he spawns. And here comes another one going to go down right away. Oh no, you have to finish off the Colossus. Finish it off. There you go. Juicebox needs to get up here and keep attacking his Colossus with his Corruptors. Oh, so just bad micro there really cost him. Really cost Juicebox his attack. And the whole while he's saving up, he has 3,000 minerals. He really needs to spend all those minerals. Lockehaven's doing a little bit better, but just spending the minerals will get him a long way towards succeeding in this game. Is Juicebox missing this expansion? Oh, so he sees it now at least, so he's going to start sending out units to take care of this. Not sure what he's trying to target. He should probably just go and focus on his pylon so there's not more units warped in. Oh, but he's going to back off and wait for a full army to attack. And here we go. Here's a bunch of roaches, good armor, one upgrade. But he just keeps spending his minerals. He has lots and lots of drones, so he should just be using them. Oh, I see. He doesn't have all his hatcheries linked right now. But he has his main hatchery on 1, so he should be able to see these units and keep making more attacking units. There come a couple. Oh, he's low on gas. He only wants to spend it on gas. I see. Well, if he has so many minerals, he needs gas. He needs to get extractors up in his expansion. Because right now he's gonna lose everything because he wasn't able to get enough hydralisks. He doesn't have enough gas. Oh, so much destruction. These Colossus are just ripping through everything. 18 kills, 12 kills on those two. And these Stalkers are just going to be able to clean up the rest. Even if the Colossus go down at this point, they've done enough damage, they've done their job. We're not seeing any reinforcements from Lockehaven either, so maybe as soon as Juicebox gets these Zerglings that he's making out, that should be about it. Should be able to clean up these Stalkers pretty easily at that point. He just has to Lockehaven just has to do as much damage as he can while he's down here. These Zerglings. But in the long term, Lockehaven just didn't have much of a. I guess he's fine. He has another expansion up. Not using his energy for anything. He needs to use his strong reserve. Oh no, boosts. If you look at the production tab, all you see out of Lockehaven is just 3 probes. The second go you had nothing at all. Now he just has 3 probes. He really needs to find something to spend his money on. Oh, he has tons of gas and no minerals now, so he has to get up. Yeah, he lost all his units, so that's why he's doing this. But he has to keep cranking out these probes. He needs obviously a lot more minerals if he wants to be able to stay in this game. And I'm not sure if I agree with the decision to make all these zealots. If he's low in minerals, he should get a more gas-heavy unit. Either, maybe not Immortals, since he's up against less roaches now, but maybe Stalkers would be a good decision for him. And definitely Colossus is a good decision against all the Lings and all the Hydralisks. He just needs a way to deal with those Corruptors as well. But he has to make some tech choice at some point to move forward. Otherwise, he can't just keep doing what he's doing with these zealots. It's not going to get him anywhere. If we look at the units tab, all that Lockehaven has is 32 probes and 8 zealots. He really needs more units if he wants to be able to stay in this game. He's not going to be able to defend himself from any attack at all. If you compare that to Juicebox's army, 6 Corruptors, 7 Hydralisks, 35 Zerglings, that could easily clean up at this point. Now when he's moving his Spine Crawlers to a forward position, that's going to be risky, because if the Zealots went and moved down right now, they'd probably be able to clean this up. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. And here they go. They're running in. Oh, they could have gotten a good turn, though. They're just trying to pull the Zealots out, it looks like. And here comes the Colossus, but it's going to make sure work right up here. Zerglings run around, surround the Zealots, and the Hydralisk is attacked in the back. This is a fight that Juicebox should just go in for. He doesn't need to be so defensive about this. Sure, the Zerglings will get cleaned up pretty well by the Zealots, but the Hydralisks will be just fine in the back. And here he's trying to take care of it with roaches as well. But it's really too much effort. He could just walk in and clean this up at this point. Getting another row of Zealots in the back. And again, he's not spending any of his minerals at all, but he's choosing one of the most he's spending all of his minerals and none of his gas. He could get a unit that has a lot more gas in its cost composition. You get a much more balanced army and a larger army because of it. Just doesn't make sense what he's doing. You get like sentries out and that will be able to decrease the ranged attack with a Guardian Shield. This game is basically over. I'm just waiting for Lockehaven at this point. GG. Continuous stream of supporting units from Juicebox, and that's the game. So I hope you all enjoyed this commentary by our Arkies, and have a good one.